Paralyzed puppy followed a stray cat into the woods, and what they found will leave you speechless. Imagine a world where the unlikeliest of bonds forms against the backdrop of nature's serenity, where a paralyzed puppy defies all odds, chasing after a stray cat into the depths of the woods. This is not just a story about a dog's determination or a cat's cunning nature. It is a heartwarming tale of resilience, companionship, and the unexpected wonders of life that can unfold in the most ordinary settings. It all began on a sunny afternoon in a quiet neighborhood, where the air was filled with the laughter of children playing outside and the distant sounds of birds chirping. Amongst the typical scenes of suburban life, there lay a small animal shelter dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating abandoned pets. Within its walls was a little puppy named Max, a spirited and determined soul despite his physical limitations. Max had been paralyzed in his hind legs due to an unfortunate accident, yet he never let that define him. He navigated the world on his front paws, each movement echoing his will to explore and connect with those around him. On that fateful day, as fate would have it, a stray cat named Whiskers wandered into the shelter's yard. Whiskers was a scrappy feline, carrying the streetwise demeanor that came from a life of independence. Her fur was matted, and her eyes held a glint of curiosity, reflecting a life lived on the edge. Max, intrigued by this new visitor, pushed himself forward, his little body struggling but determined to greet her. They exchanged cautious glances, a moment that would spark an extraordinary adventure neither could have anticipated. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the landscape, Whiskers made her way towards the woods that bordered the shelter. There was something alluring about the shadows and the rustling leaves, as if the forest held secrets waiting to be uncovered. Max, fueled by an instinctive urge to follow, mustered all his strength and set off after her. In that moment, the world around him faded away, and all that mattered was the companionship he sought in the mysterious embrace of the woods. What followed was a journey that would test the limits of friendship and the spirit of adventure. The woods were alive with sounds, chirping crickets, rustling leaves, and distant animal calls, creating an orchestra of nature that played to the rhythm of Max's determination. Whiskers, agile and swift, darted through the underbrush, occasionally glancing back to ensure Max was still in pursuit. The bond between them was palpable, forged through shared curiosity and the innate desire to explore the unknown. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the terrain became more challenging. Twisted roots and fallen branches created hurdles for the little puppy, but Max pushed on, undeterred. Each inch he advanced was a testament to his courage and resolve. Meanwhile, Whiskers, aware of her friend's struggles, would pause periodically to encourage him with a gentle meow, as if saying, "You can do it. I believe in you." The connection they shared was more profound than mere companionship. It was a mutual understanding that transcended their differences. The sun dipped lower in the sky, painting the horizon with hues of orange and pink when they stumbled upon a hidden glade, a sanctuary bathed in the soft glow of twilight. This serene space was unlike anything Max had ever seen. It was adorned with wildflowers, their vibrant colors contrasting beautifully with the lush green grass. A small stream trickled nearby, its gentle murmur providing a soothing soundtrack to the unfolding adventure. It was a place that seemed untouched by time, a hidden gem waiting to be discovered by those adventurous enough to seek it out. In that enchanted glade, Max and Whiskers took a moment to catch their breath. Here, they found a sense of peace that balanced the excitement of their journey. Whiskers, ever the explorer, began to investigate the area, her nimble form weaving through the flowers. Max, though tired, felt a surge of joy. He had made it this far, and the beauty surrounding him was a reward for his efforts. But just as the tranquility settled in, a rustle in the bushes caught their attention. Both animals froze, their instincts kicking in. What could it be? In the wild, every sound could signal danger or delight. As the leaves parted, a small family of deer emerged, their gentle eyes reflecting the fading light. The sight was magical, a reminder of the beauty of life and the connections that exist in nature. Max watched in awe, feeling a sense of belonging in this moment, a feeling that transcended his physical limitations. Whiskers, too, seemed captivated, her usual bravado replaced by reverence for the gentle creatures before them. It was a shared experience that deepened their bond, a moment that would forever be etched in their memories. As twilight deepened into night, the duo realized they had ventured far from home. The shadows grew longer, and the sounds of the forest shifted, becoming more pronounced as night creatures began their symphony. Max felt a twinge of worry. While the adventure had brought them joy, they now faced the reality of finding their way back. Whiskers, ever perceptive, sensed this concern and nuzzled Max's side, reassuring him that they would find their way. With renewed determination, they began the journey back through the woods. The path was less familiar now, but the bond they shared illuminated their way. Each challenge they faced, steep inclines, tangled roots, and the darkening landscape, was met with resilience. Max had transformed from a paralyzed puppy into a symbol of strength, proving that true courage knows no bounds. Together, they navigated the wilderness, and with every step, they carved a narrative that spoke volumes about friendship, determination, and the beauty of life's unexpected turns. The woods, once a backdrop of uncertainty, became a canvas upon which their story was painted, filled with vivid colors of hope and adventure. As they approached the edge of the woods, the familiar sounds of the neighborhood began to filter through, a comforting reminder of home. Max's heart swelled with emotion, realizing that this adventure was more than just a journey through the woods. It was a testament to the unshakable bond between a paralyzed puppy and a stray cat, a relationship that defied the odds and blossomed in the face of adversity. What they had discovered together would leave anyone who heard their tale utterly speechless. The remarkable journey of friendship, resilience, and the unforeseen beauty found in the heart of the woods was a story that would resonate deeply, reminding us all that love and companionship can flourish in the most unlikely circumstances. As Max and Whiskers emerged from the woods, the comforting glow of the streetlights illuminated the path back to the shelter. The familiar sights and sounds of the neighborhood enveloped them, a gentle reminder of the safety and warmth they had momentarily left behind. Yet, in their hearts, they carried an indelible mark of their adventure, a profound understanding of their own resilience and the bond they had forged. Max, feeling the ground beneath him shift from the uneven terrain of the woods to the smooth pavement of the street, was filled with a sense of triumph. He had not only followed Whiskers into the woods, but had also discovered his own strength along the way. Each wobble of his paws felt like a victory, each push of his body a testament to his spirit. Whiskers, walking alongside him, glanced at her new friend with a mix of admiration and affection. She had always been resourceful, but seeing Max's determination had awakened something deeper within her, a sense of camaraderie that she had never experienced with another creature before. As they approached the shelter, the sounds of children playing and the distant laughter of families filled the air, contrasting sharply with the serene quiet of the forest they had just left. It was a world of joy and innocence that seemed to beckon them home. Max's heart raced with excitement as he imagined the warm embrace of the shelter staff, the soft beds, and the treats that awaited him. Whiskers, too, felt a swell of anticipation. She had never been part of a community like this, a place filled with warmth and care. Yet, as they reached the gate of the shelter, a sudden thought struck Max. What if their adventure had changed everything? Would the shelter still feel the same? Would he still be viewed as just a paralyzed puppy? Or had he earned a new identity as a brave adventurer? With these thoughts swirling in his mind, he pushed through the gate, his heart pounding in rhythm with his paws. Inside, the shelter was alive with activity. The staff members were bustling about, tending to the animals and preparing for the evening's feeding. As soon as they spotted Max and Whiskers, a wave of joy washed over the room. "Look who's back!" one of the volunteers exclaimed, rushing over to greet them. Max's tail wagged furiously as he felt the warmth of their attention. The familiar scent of kibble and the sound of soft voices filled him with comfort. Whiskers, initially hesitant due to her independent nature, found herself drawn into the warmth of the environment. The volunteers knelt down, offering gentle words and soft strokes, welcoming her as one of their own. It was a new experience for her, one that made her feel valued and cherished. She glanced at Max, who was basking in the affection, and for the first time, she understood the beauty of connection. The evening unfolded with laughter and stories shared among the staff as they prepared to care for the animals. Max, nestled in a cozy corner, recounted his adventure with Whiskers, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Each detail brought forth gasps and laughter from the shelter workers, who listened intently to the tale of the paralyzed puppy and the brave cat. It was a story that transcended their physical limitations, highlighting the power of friendship and the courage to explore beyond one's comfort zone. As the night deepened, Max curled up in his favorite spot, feeling a sense of belonging that he had never known before. Whiskers, now comfortable and at ease, chose to lie beside him. The bond between them had solidified, and they found solace in each other's presence. The shelter, once just a place of refuge, transformed into a home filled with love, acceptance, and shared stories. In the days that followed, Max and Whiskers became inseparable. Their adventures in the woods had sparked a camaraderie that blossomed into a beautiful friendship. Max would often encourage Whiskers to join him during playtime with the other shelter animals, and Whiskers, in turn, would inspire him to explore new areas of the shelter, from the sunny yard to the cozy nooks where the volunteers often sat. Together, they discovered hidden treasures, a forgotten toy here, a patch of sunlight there, and most importantly, the joy of companionship. Their story spread throughout the community, inspiring many who visited the shelter. People were drawn to the dynamic duo, captivated by their spirit and resilience. Families would come to meet Max, often sharing stories of their own challenges and triumphs. Max's enthusiasm for life, despite his physical limitations, became a beacon of hope for many. Whiskers, once a stray, found herself cherished and adored, her independent spirit celebrated amidst the love of the shelter staff and visitors. As the seasons changed, so did their lives. Max continued to thrive, and with the support of his friends, both human and animal, he learned to navigate the world with even greater confidence. Whiskers, now a beloved member of the shelter community, often took on the role of protector, always keeping an eye on Max during their adventures. She had discovered a sense of purpose beyond survival. She was now part of a family that cared for one another. The bond they shared became a testament to the power of friendship, a reminder that love knows no boundaries. Their story of resilience echoed through the lives of those they encountered, leaving a lasting impact on the hearts of everyone who heard it. Max and Whiskers showed that even in the face of adversity, the spirit of companionship and the pursuit of adventure could lead to unimaginable joy. One sunny afternoon, as they played together in the yard, a thought crossed Max's mind. What if they could share their story beyond the shelter? What if, through their experiences, they could inspire others to embrace their differences and celebrate the beauty of friendship? With a newfound determination, he turned to Whiskers and shared his idea. Her eyes lit up with excitement, and together, they began to devise a plan. They envisioned a small event at the shelter, inviting the community to come together and hear their story. With the help of the shelter staff, they began preparations, gathering supplies and spreading the word. The day of the event arrived, and the yard was filled with laughter, love, and a sense of unity. Max and Whiskers stood proudly at the center, sharing their journey, their challenges, and the beauty of their bond. As they spoke, the audience listened with rapt attention, captivated by the tale of the paralyzed puppy and the stray cat who defied the odds. Their story resonated deeply, touching the hearts of everyone present. It was a celebration of resilience, a reminder that life's greatest treasures often come from the most unexpected places. In that moment, Max and Whiskers realized they had not only changed their own lives, but had also sparked a movement of compassion and understanding within their community. Their adventure in the woods had become a symbol of hope, inspiring others to embrace their differences and foster connections that transcend circumstances. As the sun set on that memorable day, Max and Whiskers sat side by side, gazing at the sky painted with hues of orange and pink. They had embarked on a journey that transformed not only their lives, but the lives of those around them. Their bond, forged in the depths of the woods, had blossomed into a profound friendship that would continue to inspire countless others. With hearts full of gratitude and joy, they understood that this was just the beginning of their adventure together. A journey not defined by limitations, but by the love, friendship, and resilience that they had discovered in each other. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the shelter, Max and Whiskers reflected on the incredible journey they had undertaken together. They had ventured into the unknown, navigated challenges, and returned not just as friends, but as symbols of hope and resilience for everyone in the community. The event had been a resounding success, and the outpouring of love and support from their neighbors had solidified their place in the hearts of many. In the days that followed, the bond between Max and Whiskers deepened even further. They became inseparable, embarking on new adventures within the shelter and beyond. Their days were filled with laughter, play, and the joy of discovering new corners of their world. Max learned to navigate obstacles with more confidence, often surprising the staff and visitors with his agility. Whiskers, ever the agile companion, took joy in guiding him through the yard, ensuring he could experience everything the shelter had to offer. One day, as they explored a new area of the shelter, they stumbled upon a group of children visiting for a tour. Their eyes lit up with excitement as they spotted Max and Whiskers, the dynamic duo they had heard so much about. With the children's laughter echoing in the air, Max felt a rush of happiness. He loved being the center of attention, but more importantly, he cherished the opportunity to inspire young hearts. "Look, it's Max and Whiskers," one child exclaimed, running towards them with outstretched arms. Max, ever the performer, rolled onto his back, playfully inviting the children to pet him. Whiskers, adopting her usual confident demeanor, pranced around, showcasing her agility and charm. The children squealed in delight, their innocence and joy fueling the atmosphere with a contagious energy. As the afternoon unfolded, Max and Whiskers became reluctant celebrities among the kids. They shared their story of bravery and friendship, captivating the young audience with their adventures in the woods. The children listened intently, their eyes wide with wonder, absorbing every word as if it were a cherished secret. Max could see the spark of inspiration igniting in their eyes, and it filled him with a sense of purpose. He realized that their journey was more than just a story. It was a message of hope that could resonate with anyone facing challenges in their lives. The shelter staff watched with pride, witnessing the profound impact Max and Whiskers had on the children. They understood that this little puppy and stray cat were not just animals. They were ambassadors of kindness, showing the world that love and friendship could conquer adversity. As the children shared their own stories of overcoming fears or challenges, a sense of community blossomed, united by the shared experience of connection. That evening, as the sun set and the sky turned a deep shade of indigo, Max and Whiskers curled up together in their cozy corner of the shelter. The day had been filled with laughter and love, and they felt a sense of fulfillment that transcended their previous adventures. "We did something special today, didn't we?" Max mused, glancing at Whiskers, who nodded in agreement, her eyes sparkling with warmth. "Yes, we did," she replied softly, her voice carrying the weight of meaning. "It feels good to share a story. I never imagined we could inspire so many." Max's heart swelled with pride. They had not only created a bond between themselves, but had also fostered connections within their community. Inspired by the success of their interactions with the children, the shelter staff decided to organize more events centered around Max and Whiskers. They envisioned a series of storytelling sessions, workshops, and community outreach programs aimed at promoting empathy, kindness, and understanding. Max and Whiskers would be the stars of the show, sharing their journey and inspiring others to embrace their unique qualities. As word spread, The shelter saw an influx of visitors eager to meet the famous duo. Families came pouring in, bringing their children and sharing their own stories of resilience. Max and Whiskers thrived in the attention, their playful antics and heartwarming presence captivating everyone who crossed their path. They had become symbols of hope, showing that challenges could be met with courage and that friendship could flourish in the face of adversity. One sunny afternoon, during one of the storytelling sessions, a little girl named Lily approached Max with tears in her eyes. She had been struggling with her own challenges and felt isolated at school. Max sensed her sadness and leaned in closer, offering his warm presence as a source of comfort. Whiskers, ever the intuitive companion, settled beside Lily, purring softly. "What's wrong?" Max asked gently, his voice filled with compassion. Lily looked at him, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "I feel different from everyone else," she confessed. "Sometimes it's hard to make friends." Max's heart ached for her, as he understood all too well what it felt like to face challenges. "You know, being different can be a strength," he said, his voice steady. "It means you have a unique story to tell, just like Whiskers and me." Whiskers nodded in agreement, adding Exa. "CDOY, our differences make us who we are. You have your own special qualities that make you unique, and it's those qualities that will help you connect with others." As Lily listened, hope began to bloom in her heart. The understanding and encouragement from Max and Whiskers resonated deeply, reminding her that she was never truly alone. After the session, Lily returned to school with a renewed sense of confidence. She embraced her uniqueness, sharing her story with her classmates. Slowly, connections began to form, and friendships blossomed. Inspired by the warmth and understanding she felt from Max and Whiskers, she discovered the power of vulnerability and the strength that comes from sharing one's story. As the weeks turned into months, the impact of Max and Whiskers' journey continued to ripple throughout the community. They became symbols of resilience, compassion, and the beauty of friendship. Their adventures inspired a movement focused on kindness, encouraging others to embrace their differences and share their stories. The shelter became a hub of activity, hosting events that celebrated the spirit of community and the profound connections that could be formed through empathy. Max and Whiskers, now local legends, reveled in their newfound purpose. They had transformed the narrative of their lives from one of struggle to one of hope and inspiration. Each day brought new opportunities to connect with others, and they cherished every moment spent sharing their journey. One evening, as they sat together watching the sunset, Max turned to Whiskers, a sense of fulfillment washing over him. "We've come so far, haven't we?" he said, his voice tinged with emotion. Whiskers nodded, her eyes reflecting the golden hues of the setting sun. "Yes, we have, and it's only the beginning," she replied, a smile playing on her lips. Their adventure had not just been about following a stray cat into the woods. It had evolved into a journey of healing and connection that transcended their own experiences. Max and Whiskers had become beacons of hope, reminding everyone that no matter the challenges faced, love and friendship could light the way forward. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Max and Whiskers lay side by side, their hearts full of gratitude for the journey they had shared. They knew that together they could face anything, and the bonds they had formed would continue to inspire others for years to come. So, as we conclude this heartwarming tale of adventure, friendship, and resilience, remember this: every challenge faced can lead to extraordinary connections. If you enjoyed this story of Max and Whiskers and want to hear more inspiring tales, please leave a comment below sharing where you're tuning in from. And if you're not subscribed to our channel yet, hit that button now. It's the best way to support our work and help us share these uplifting stories with even more people. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. Until next time, keep celebrating the power of love and friendship